Okay, Project 1, 2, going to try and get as many of these in off memory as I possibly can. Identifying the power supply and motherboard and any expansion cards that might be installed on the motherboard. Okay, so power supply right here. This big sucker. Motherboard at the bottom here. All of this stuff is attached to it. Expansion cards that might be installed. Well, the two expansion cards that I have, well, I suppose there's more if you count the RAM slots. There is the video card here. I'm going to show that whole thing. And a wireless card down here, much smaller. There are two 8 gig DDR RAM slots plugged in with 4 total slots on the motherboard. Moving on to part 2, identify the cooler that is installed on top of the processor. The cooler is likely to have fans, processors hidden under the cooler. Yes. Hard to miss. A big giant heatsink on top of the processor down there at the very bottom. You can see the connecting pieces there at the bottom, with a fan that pushes air through the heatsink and out towards the back of the computer, with another fan that helps to move that air out even further. 3. Identify the memory modules, memory slots. How many memory slots are there? How many of these slots are populated? There are 4 memory slots, as I mentioned earlier, 2 of which are populated. They are staggered, as per, I guess you could call it, standard. Locate the screws that are attached to the motherboard to the case. How many screws are used? See scrolls of motherboard that are not being used. The general rule of thumb, 9 can be attached. Okay. Screws that are holding it in. Very hard to see, but there's one here, one just underneath the expansion slot, well, the wireless card. There are 2 more over here. One up towards the top here on the right, and one that you can't really see on the back left. Let's see. I believe that totals 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There should be 2 more. A little bit difficult to see given a lot of the extra stuff that's added on here. But I can just see 7. I won't rule out the idea that there may be 9, like the book says. Put this together a little while ago. Moving on to part 6 of this. How many power cables are coming from the power supply? How many of these cables are connected to the motherboard? To other devices inside the computer. Identify each type of power cable the system is using. Okay, there are 4 power cables coming from the power supply, an 8-pin PCIe and 3 6-pin PCIe power cables. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the 8-pin is running to the 24-pin P1 connector that you can see here connected to the motherboard. 2 of the other ones are connected to the video card. One is an 8-pin and one is a 6-pin. And there's another power cable, PCIe, that is 2 4-pins that are put together to make an 8-pin via a little jumper wire contraption that you can sort of see here. I guess if I angle this down and get out of the way of the light. Okay. Each type of power cable. Number 7. Find the screws or clips that are attached to the power cable to the case. This power supply is clips. Okay. Screws that are attaching the power supply. You can see on the back here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I don't believe there's any on the bottom there. That's it.